Pressure's Worth the Wait update has brought plenty of new features to the game, from monsters to room types to new gameplay mechanics. One big change in how the game is played is with the grand encounters. They are the set pieces of the game which require a specific task to be performed, acting as a milestone in your quest to escape. Previously, this was limited to one Searchlight encounter midway through your run, but now there is a chance of 3 grand encounters at 2 separate points in the game. In this video, we'll go through what happens in each one and the best ways to tackle them. We'll begin with the modified grand encounter and the Searchlights. This will be the most recognisable to those who have played the game previously, with the Searchlights getting a minor rework in parts of the gameplay. The objective remains the same, with you needing to work your way around the lunar dock, fixing broken generators to open the next door and advance as normal. The number of generators changes depending on your lobby size like previously, but they do look slightly different, with the same skill checks to get them up and running. Previously, the Searchlights floated around following the same clockwise path, but now the Vultus Luminaria above float around in an irregular pattern, where they're able to circle and do a figure 8 around smaller areas of the dock. They still get faster after each gen done, but are no longer an insta-kill if caught, instead destroying the hiding spot you are in as a trade-off. You are able to remove the Searchlights from the area entirely if you're in the process of rescuing the painter. This closes the bulkhead so you can complete the grand encounter with no overhead threats to bother you. The dock has expanded in size, but now has a conveyor around the edge, so you can still work your way around quickly if the gens are far apart. In terms of difficulty, it's similar to the old version, just on a larger scale and with more frills attached. A new addition to the black site are the sewer tunnels as part of the Abomination grand encounter. Here you'll need to enter the water with a Navi AI assisted glider and sail through the tunnels to reach the end. It's a high intensity sequence that lasts for a pretty long time, but it is forgiving if you make a mistake or two. It's an easy one to understand, with you simply needing to avoid the monsters and hazards that roam the tunnels. There are no other objectives other than to reach the end. The main threat in this one is Z264, otherwise known as the Abomination, which is where this grand encounter gets its name. It's a mutated lizard fish thing that chases you down as you glide through the tunnels, dealing the big damage if you are too slow to navigate the tunnels or end up taking a wrong turn. Despite this, it's the underground hazards which are the most difficult things to deal with, as the high pressure situation and fast reaction times forcing you to make mistakes as you run into the various hazards. These are most commonly the fans in the tunnels and the mines in the open areas, and the small amounts of damage they do can add up if you repeatedly run into them. Upon completion, you'll be launched out of the tunnel and take 50 damage on landing, but this doesn't count in an extra careful run. If you have less than that at the time, then you'll be placed on 1 HP. Don't worry though, there is a care package at the end with Perithecine, so you can recover any health lost in the encounter. For those who are less experienced, you can enable chase assist to slow down the run, or you can piggyback on a player to avoid doing the encounter entirely. Finally, a grand encounter without any real monster to fight, it's just you in a race against the mechanics of the black site. This one takes place in the Jet Suit Evaluation course, which is a long obstacle course with platforms, walls and bars to interact with. The entire course takes roughly 90 seconds to complete, with an option to sit out. To participate, you first need to put on a jet suit which allows you to do additional actions which will all be needed to traverse the course. It's all located over a pit which you can fall into if you misjudge a move, forcing the jet suit to correct you back onto the same level as the course in exchange for 15 health. On top of all that, there's a firewall that will be moving forward, meaning you have to make decent progress to avoid getting hit by it and the large amount of damage that it inflicts. This is initially deactivated by Navi AI to allow you easy progress, but is turned back on by the painter, keeping it in the game. If you're in the process of rescuing the painter by the time you reach the JEC, then it won't be reactivated and you can simply stroll through. Like with the Abomination grand encounter, the damage can add up if you make mistakes in the frantic nature of this section. And that's the 3 grand encounters that are now in pressure. I hope this video helped you out, and don't forget to like it if it did, and share with your friends to help them out too. As always, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss a future video. See ya!